make it be, by the way.
So what is going on, y'all beautiful people?
We see you.
Man, so it's me and Mac again. No faults are our own. Things happen.
Hey,
Life happens, man. But but like any other time, man, we still gonna push forward. We still gonna try to get y'all good content, good conversation, and that's what we do.
Oh yeah.
So like always, welcome to the corner. Tonight we're filming episode 15.
Damn,
this
15?
Yeah, we up there.
We up there. In season 2, right?
Still season
Okay,
2.
yeah. So we pushing it. All right, cool.
Yeah. So we
cool.
Yeah, we
We
got
in
this
these
episode.
streets. Yeah,
Right,
we
we in there. So we got this episode, then we're gonna film one last Christmas episode. Then we're gonna be done for the rest of the year.
Yeah.
We was gonna do something for New Year's, but I don't know what everybody's schedule looking like. Might be a surprise. You never know. But anyways, this is episode 15, and this episode we're calling Men and Finances. And when we say men and finances, we just talking about everything. Whether it's paying the bills at your home, whether it's buying a meal at the gas station, or hell, even just going out on dates. Like I said, well, I'm married, but back here is single, so that also plays a factor in men's and finances as well, because you can go on out a date and you gotta project it like, yo, I'm gonna spend at least such and such amount of money, then end up spending more than what you thought. It was like, damn. But anyways,
well, I'm sorry, and just also interject, with the whole finances thing too. The other side of it could be, what we actually do with our finances as far as making smart decisions and things like that. It doesn't. We get the stigma of where we're just scraping by and searching for coupons to last us for the week and pennies and dimes and things like that. But eventually we get to a point where we can put our finances to other good uses instead of just frivolously spending. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And things like that. But yeah, it'll be cool to get our point of views on both sides of the spectrum when it comes to men and finances. Yeah, I'm excited to talk about this, man.
This is our finance guy right here.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not.
He into all that stuff, man. The
I'm
stocks,
not legally
Bitcoin. He into that stuff, man.
But I'm not a financial advisor. I do not hold a Series 6. So
Not yet.
Well, hey, maybe.
Not yet.
So, of course, take everything that I say with a grain of salt. And this is just what I like to do different, from the norm. So
you don't see light in his eyes shine when we talk about this.
You might, but this is gonna be a good discussion, though.
Yeah, man. Yeah. I really hope so, man. Like I said, it's us two here. We holding down the fort tonight. Like I said again, this is just men and finances, man. We're just gonna go down this rabbit hole, see what we come up with, as far as what we've been through, what we're going through now. So stay tuned and enjoy the show. This is the corner. So let's see. I know for men, I guess I don't want to call it a burden, but it's always in a sense falls down on the man to be the breadwinner and the provider. At least when we was growing up, that's how we were taught. Or whatever. And for most of us, it's been ingrained in our heads. That's what the man's supposed to do or whatnot. But nowadays, you see things kind of change. It's not just the man paying all the bills. You got the man and his woman paying bills at the same time. Because I hear my grandparents. Sometimes I even hear my dad talking about how much stuff was as they was coming up and things of that nature. Like my pops, I think he told me his apartment was like $200 something when he was getting an apartment. Was like $200. I said I can't even find that to get a room.
You won't find that.
No, that's what I'm saying. So just
Airbnb,
man,
a hotel room
for that night only.
For that night.
But it's funny to hear like generations, like how different things was, because what we would look at as $1 now. It's probably like a quarter to them when they was coming up, and it's like, dang, bro. So like, you was really tripping off paying a quarter for this candy, man. Like Just different stuff like that, man. Because I just look at it like this: the cost of living, the further we get, the cost of living is raising up. And it's just, to me, I don't feel like it's the same. So I'm not saying a man can't hold down the fort by himself, but to have somebody with you helps.
Oh yeah, helps. Absolutely. Yeah, man. I mean, just imagine, in today's time, finding something that cheap, man. That is, I mean, that's unheard of. That's unheard of now. Even with the littlest things, hell, bread, a loaf of bread, be what, $1, I want to say.
Yeah, like you go to the right place.
Yeah,
for me, I tell you what, like when I got older and actually started going to the store for myself, I started being more conscious of what I was spending on. So like, if I'm gonna get bread, I'm not gonna lie. No, this to Walmart. I don't go to Walmart to get my bread. I go to Kroger. Kroger, you're gonna spend at least $1 and some change just to get some decent bread. Yeah. That's gonna last you. However you're gonna do it.
Yeah, facts.
But of course you still gotta be mindful. You don't want the shit getting moldy or nothing like that.
Right.
That just becomes with becoming an adult. After 2 weeks, like this ain't no good no more. You know what I mean? But I know, like for me, when I got my first apartment, I became real conscious of what I was spending on, what I was bringing into the house, and things of that nature. Yeah. And for a couple of years, it was just me. And then. My wife, she was my girlfriend at the time. She came into the picture, whatever. So what I used to just spend on myself, I had to start thinking about her as well. Yeah. Which it wasn't hard, like at that time, rent was pretty low. Like for me, rent was like $600 at the time.
Man, that's beautiful.
Yeah. So I was fortunate enough to find a real good apartment at that price at the time. So I was like, cool. So it wasn't really nothing for me to spend on her, spend on me, or whatever. And then fast forward, rent started going up, so therefore I started having to cut back on certain things. Like, dang, I can't get that fish I want no more. I can't make the smoothie I want anymore. Just little small things, but it made a difference.
Gotcha.
And but like going back to what I was saying previously, whatever, it's kind of hard for a man to do it by himself in this age. And a lot of people don't want to admit that. They're like, nah, I can handle this, blah blah. You might be able to juggle your finances pretty well. I'm not gonna put that past nobody. You might be able to juggle your finances pretty well, but it helps.
Yes.
It helps to have someone with you that's paying bills as well, and taking the load off of you.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah, I feel like I'm taking up too much. Go ahead.
No, you're not. No, you good, man. You good. I do agree. Now, of course, growing up, I was with my mom and dad. Growing up, I've overseen, pops, handling the big responsibilities and things like that. And of course, me seeing that, I should follow suit, because that's what it was supposed to be.
Right.
Which I don't mind either, especially if I can do it.
Right.
Now of course, I'm not married. I'm single, so I don't have I don't have a significant other, living with me or anything like that, where I'm put in a position to, be the head of household and, take care of big responsibilities and things like that. Like I said, I wouldn't mind that. I don't mind doing that, especially if I got it. I'm gonna do it.
Yeah.
But yeah, like you said, now with everything that's going on, as far as just prices jacking up over the littlest thing, 75% air out of 25% bag of chips, just some little things like that. Just with inflation, it's definitely made a lot of financial burdens for a lot of people. Not just men.
Right.
It's all across the spectrum. I guess with the men, it's just kind of thrusted upon us that we're supposed to be out there handling things and taking care of finances and and I don't know. It's funny because it's kind of like, I guess in my opinion, it's kind of like a sense of pride, because I would love the feeling of being able to provide. You know what I'm saying? Like that's for whatever reason, in my opinion, that makes me feel like I can accomplish things. um, it's like, man, I got these, these two people depending on me to bring it home. And, of course, with the affirmations from my significant other, and or just looking at my my baby, and just reminding myself every day that I'm doing this for them. Also for me, because I want to be in a better position to still be able to be the breadwinner. As far as being the provider that that most women look for. Now in this day and age, now you have a lot of female bosses, CEOs.
Beautiful thing.
Yeah, man.
Beautiful thing.
Great
Shout out to the boss women out there. Beautiful thing.
Absolutely, yeah, man. We see y'all.
Oh yeah.
We see y'all. So I guess when it comes to things like that, it kind of I don't know. Maybe most men won't admit that, but it kind of puts men in a lower position as far as and not even by status, just by way of their thinking. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, my wife bringing more money than I am. I feel a certain way about that. Damn, my wife footing the bill, at this fancy restaurant, especially if she's in that position that, we going to a fancy restaurant, right. And I guess when it comes to men and finances in that aspect, because, a lot of women, I do believe they're a lot more business oriented than most men.
Pretty much so, yeah.
Especially in this day and age, it's been like that. I feel as though where we fall at,
as far as men.
As far as men, yeah. As far as men, where we fall at when it comes to that and finances, and bringing home the bacon, we're still stuck in a way that our way of how we've worked to bring money in still works.
Mm-hmm. The
old ways.
Yeah.
We're in 2020. Rent, at minimum rent, and we lowballing rent at minimum is $900 something. One bed.
I believe it.
One bed, one bath. That's lowballing.
Yeah, because before I left my apartment, like I said in the beginning, like when I first got my apartment, I think it was in 2014, I believe.
Yeah. And
like I said, my rent was $625 to be exact.
Yeah.
So it went up $10 one year. I was like, oh, $635, that's cool, ain't no problem.
Mm-hmm.
Went up another $20. I'm still good,
Yeah.
I ain't hurting. And then it started getting close to getting past 7 and going to 8. I was like, whoa, what's going on?
Mm-hmm.
I'm still making the same thing I was when I started.
Yeah,
why is it going up?
why is it going up?
It's, and then, as far as, kind of trying to be the man in the household and things of that nature or whatever, going back to what you said as far as maybe a female making more or making the same as you, whatever have you, in a sense, a man feels emasculated, like, dang, bro, I just want to go to Applebee's, but you trying to go to, this top tier, $50 plate restaurant. I'm just like,
5-star, really, and that's just an appetizer.
Man, that's an appetizer. And then as a man, you kind of feel like, dang, I should be doing this for you, and blah, 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 whatever.
Yeah.
And, you kind of get taken aback. Not like that you're not proud of your woman for making her money, anything like that, but just as a man, your ego is just like, but dang, am I doing what I need to be doing? And am I bringing everything I need to be bringing to the table? You know what I mean?
Yeah, am I limiting myself financially?
Right. Yeah. Because, there's a lot of things that we could be doing as far as men and even as women too with our finances. And then sometimes it's not that we're ignorant, we just don't have all the knowledge needed to do everything as far as that. I'll never forget, it's kind of a funny story, but I'll never forget, I was in a Best Buy one day. And, I forgot what I was looking for, some type of electronic I was looking for. And, I had seen this couple, whatever. It was a Caucasian couple. I'm just going to be honest. It was a Caucasian couple.
Gotcha.
And they were looking at stuff or whatever, and they found something. They were looking at their phone. Okay, this price check, this or whatever. I'm just like, And then, I don't know. I just want to kind of know what they were doing. They was like, yeah, so, whatever Best Buy, they price match. So we'll find something from another store, what we're looking at right now. We'll price match it. and then we'll get that lower price. I was like, word? Like, that was, I ain't gonna say it was unheard of. It's like, I guess in a sense, maybe I heard of it, but I never applied it.
Yeah.
So I was like,
gotcha.
Oh, that's very smart. And it just be small stuff like that can help your finances. So, I'm not gonna say you're penny pinching, but at the same time, you're spending smartly.
There you go.
Yeah, spending smartly. So, this $60 thing you want might actually just be $40. You just save yourself $20. So just, it was little things like that I saw, and, as far as become more of an adult, I was like, dang, I need to start watching what I'm doing. This is that and the third or whatever. But, sometimes, you might get in a position and feel like, oh, I'm making such amount of money. I shouldn't be struggling, blah, blah, blah. But the next thing you know, it's like, dang, am I making enough? Yeah. And then in your head, okay, I need to move up. I need to get another position. Yeah. But the funniest thing is, the more you make, the more they take.
The more they take, yeah.
So in a sense, it looks good. It's like, oh, I'm making all this extra more money now, but they take more of it as well. And, I always go back to, like, as a kid, it felt like I had all the money.
Oh, dude.
Man.
When I first started working in high school, bro, man, I had no bills. Bro.
I feel like you had it, man.
All the games. Right. I bought my first PlayStation 3 in high school, man. Like,
man, a lot of people can't say that.
Yeah.
A lot of people can't say that.
Yeah, I ain't tell nobody except for the corner, but yeah, like, man. Yeah. Man, yeah, you should have seen me when I think I still got the picture when I received my very first check. Oh yeah, man, I was cheesing hard, afro. Yeah, I had hair, afro, man.
Oh man,
cheesing.
Yeah, cause I mean, it's to have your own, man. It's a sense of pride, man. Cause I tell my little brother that all the time. Like, he's 18 now. And I said, man, look, man, I was working when I was about to turn 17 or whatever, and I said I bought everything that I wanted, or as far as what I needed, as as I was in school. Like, school dues, I paid those. Yeah. Both my proms, I paid those. Yeah. I paid for limos, I paid for my suits. It's a sense of pride to have your own. Yeah. And, going back to that, I'm saying, like, when I was younger, when I was working minimum wage, I felt like I had more money because I had less bills.
Facts.
So the only bill I had to pay was literally a phone bill and car insurance. Yeah. The rest of that money I pocketed. Me, my aunt, my cousin, we could be going out or whatever. We go out to Applebee's or whatever. Everybody enjoying their dinner. Hey, y'all, don't worry about it. I got it. Just because I could. Just because I could.
Man.
Now I'm making more, right. But now I make more money than I did when I was a kid. I can't do that. I can't do that all the time. I'm like, I can put 5 to it maybe. I can't pay the whole bill, you know what I mean? But
I got 5 on it.
Man, I mean, like I said, time just changes things as far as your money, man. Like, money is constantly growing. The value of it is, just constantly being more than what it used to be previously.
Yeah, it took a lot more dollars to buy one thing than it did back then. Yeah, wait. Okay, I'm back. So, I lost my train of thought. But yeah, just with, now this day and age where it's like you have to damn near have 5 jobs just to be alright. And, because like I said, a Mustang back in 19 whatever doesn't cost the same as a Mustang in 2020 now. You know what I'm saying? Like, a Mustang was probably... Oh, no, wait, not even a Mustang. Well, yeah, no. So a Mustang was probably, I don't know, $2,000 maybe or something. I'm just throwing a number out. Yeah, just throwing a number out. But now, buying a 20, if you still have that same $2,000 from 19 whatever, you lucky to leave the shop with a tire.
Right.
With some rims on it.
Right. That alone is probably like
man, I'm saying, like, it's amazing how things change, with inflation, and just, now we're slowly realizing the value of the dollar, especially in this day and age. I don't know if people do enough research or even care to know, but the dollar used to be backed by silver, in gold. If all the people that are collectors, dollar bills, $2 bills or whatever, you read the top before, right now the dollar or any dollar bill will say, Federal Reserve note, but back then it would say silver certificate or gold certificate. Essentially, yes,
Okay.
yes, essentially saying that this dollar bill or whatever amount it was is just as good as gold, and you can redeem it. You can actually redeem it for gold or silver, with those dollar bills.
And I'm assuming the year makes a difference as far as how much it's worth.
That too, yeah.
Yeah.
That too. Not to, I guess not to get too deep. Now to kind of come back to the topic.
Good thing.
All right, yeah, but I guess just to go back to the topic now. Now that we realize that it takes a lot more dollars just to buy the things that we used to buy back then. Us as men now, if we are supposed to be the head of the household or the provider and things like that. Now we gotta think of different ways of getting that bag, because just one job, is not enough. It was cool back then, like if y'all remember the Brady Bunch, they had all them kids, they had a maid, the man went to work, wife slid at home, held down the fort,
Right.
big ass house,
Mm-hmm.
and that was okay. They could live off of that one income.
Right.
Everybody fed and everybody have a roof over their heads.
Right.
Paid the maid off or whatever. Had the dog and it's a lot different. So now in this day and age, we, and not even just men, just everybody, we have to find multiple ways of making money and just being able to live okay.
Yeah.
Ideally, and this is just me, like I said, this is unlicensed opinions, just my thoughts. I would say at minimum $5K a month, you can get by.
Yeah.
Now ideally $10K a month, I would say that's
comfortable.
Yeah, that'd be very like you at least in a better position than you were previously with just one job. Whether you're working multiple jobs or you have multiple businesses, I do believe that we should at least have more than 4 streams of income wherever it comes from.
Yeah.
Because essentially, and I essentially, especially in me into the direction that I want to go, I want to earn while I sleep.
That's the favorite term.
Yeah, it's I guess we kind of shift into the the good parts of men and finances. Of course, first now we have to change our thinking of how we've always viewed money. Just something to spend and things like that. This direct deposit hitting Friday, so I'm about to hit up the store real quick because that's what I usually do.
Yeah.
Which isn't bad. Spending money how you want to spend it.
Mm-hmm.
Now moving forward, I guess over the years of how I've had to pretty much reprogram how money works. I call them my little soldiers now, because I'm putting them on the front lines, making them work, whether it comes to silver, gold, cryptocurrencies, forex, or maybe life insurance, things like that, Herbalife, things, whichever way you get it, whichever way you get it. We have to reprogram our finances as soldiers or workers, because we've worked for it. We work for it all the time. We need to put them little things to work now. Especially if we want to be considered the the provider and things like that. And I'm just speaking specifically for men. I like we said, we recognize women bosses out there too. Y'all are essential too. But now I'm just speaking as far as with males that's looking to get out of the I guess kind of get out of that lower level of providing. They want to have a sense of pride of saying, hey, I'm a man. I can handle this, that, and the third. Y'all ain't got to worry about nothing. I got this. And if you want to help, I won't say no. But if I got it, you just don't worry about it. Yeah.
I mean, just piggybacking off of what you said, man. Like, I know for me, like, at the time, my wife, she was, in between jobs and things of that nature, whatever. And, I had to keep thinking, like, dang, bro, how I'm going to keep everything afloat. Yeah. And shoot, man, thank God for Lyft, bro. Like, Lyft really helped me out when I was in a pinch, man. Like, I used to make an extra probably $300 to $400 over the weekend just doing Lyft. And, that was helping me out tremendously in home. Like, any bill that was coming up short, hey, let me go make this ride real quick and, make it work for me. Yeah. But, like, for me coming up, man, I probably had a couple of different businesses and stuff that I've done, man. Like, I used to cater. Hell, I just recently got through hauling. I was hauling for about a year. That was good extra income for me as well. And, one thing I can say about me, and I know for a lot of people as well, I have a hustler's mentality. If I need to get it, I'm going to find a way to get it. Word. And, that's always kind of been my motto. That's always kind of been my, thinking or whatever. And I remember when I first started hauling or whatever, when me and my wife bought this house or whatnot, I was like, dang, man, I got this little G35, man, what can I do with that, man? Because, I wanted to start doing work around the house because it's my house or whatever. Right. And I was like, you know what, I need to get a truck. I was like, cool, yeah, I'm going to get me a truck. So I went out, found me a truck, loved the truck, and I was like, cool. And then the note came, I was like, and I bring that up. I bring that up because we make certain decisions, whatever, that can impact us greatly, even if it was just something small. Yeah. Because like the car I had before, the payments was way less than what I'm paying on the truck. But in my mind, I was like, nah, I gotta have this truck. I got things I want to do. Blah, blah, blah. And after a while, I was just like, you know what? I gotta make this truck work for me. Yeah. And I came up with the idea of hauling, and I was like, people got junk, people got stuff they want to get rid of. Let me make a business out of it, and I did. So for a year strong, I was doing it. Still kind of do it here and now, but it's just, going back to what you're saying. I mean, I know it's probably not the exact same, but still trying to get money working for you.
That's essentially the same.
Right. But I mean, at the end of the day, the goal is to go to sleep and money's working for you. That's the goal. Yeah. That's the goal. Facts. Because I mean, projection, like I want my business. I want my business where I can, hey, that business well tended. All right, cool. I go sleep.
Big facts.
I'm good to go. So
there's a quote. I'm sure you're familiar with this guy too. I'm sure y'all are familiar with this guy, Warren Buffett.
Oh yeah.
There's a quote where he says, and I may be paraphrasing, but essentially he was saying, if you don't find a way to make money while you sleep, you will work until the day you die. Heavy. Heavy. Especially with this day and age now, everything's expensive. Yeah. Man, food, water. Man, matter of fact, and just, man, did you know that water is now about to be on the Wall Street Journal? Or no, not the Wall Street Journal, the New York Exchange?
Just water in general, or?
Water is about to be traded in the New York Exchange.
A natural resource being traded.
Think about that.
That's
water.
That's interesting.
Water, yeah, and I found this out last week. I was like, So I say that to say this, especially when we bring it all back together, as far as us just thinking linear, as far as this one job is going to hold everything down. It's not, man. It doesn't. It doesn't work anymore. unless you a doctor or a lawyer, things like that. But even then, you just, you're still spending a lot of time and not really, putting your money to use. Or maybe you are, if you don't plan to be in that profession for long.
Yeah.
But man, like I said, just with that, I believe it's just us, and speaking on behalf of men, if we are going to be the providers, we still have to be creative in figuring out how we're going to bring this money home. Like I said, just having multiple streams. It don't always mean multiple jobs, because man, there's this saying too. It wasn't by a famous guy, but it just happened to be somebody that I know. He was like, 2 jobs are meant for 2 people.
Well, I mean,
2 jobs are meant for 2 people.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, now I've definitely been the guy that's worked 2 jobs before. He has to, especially when we were coming up of age. Pretty much just being solo dolo and didn't have no significant others or whatever. I had my car. I was stunning in my little '94 Toyota. I was stunning. But I kept it clean though. But
they 12s, but they clean.
Right. Shit, I don't even think mine was 12s. But yeah, so now in this day and age, we really have to sit and lock in, and now it's really more strategizing on what we have to do. And like I said, now this is on behalf of men. First and foremost, I do believe that we gotta make sure that we are straight first. It's just the whole airplane crashing, the mask put on. Put your mask on first before you put everybody else's on. Mm-hmm. Because if we can't even get ourselves straight, we're no good to anybody else. Mm-hmm. So when it comes to finances, we do have to be more cognizant of what we spend. What we're doing with the money. I do believe in saving money. Putting things, having an emergency fund or just even having a savings or whatever.
Rainy day. Yeah,
rainy day and things like that. At the same time, though, I also feel as though what's good is saving it if you're not going to use it. And like I said, this is not for like just spending money just because you got it. For example, me, I've taken a dive into cryptocurrencies. Bitcoin, Ethereum, Ripple, things like that. Bitcoin right now is at 23,000 a coin. A year ago, it was like a year or two ago, it was only 3,800. Years back, this is when we was in high school and I didn't know nothing about it. It was at pennies. It was at pennies. I remember when I came back from deployment, when Bitcoin actually started making a name. One of my sergeants had told me about it, and I think at that time it was actually at $100 a coin. Now at the time, I did have the money for it, but I didn't care for Bitcoin because I didn't know what it was.
Right.
Just didn't know what it was.
You had the right to be skeptical.
Yeah, I was like, maybe, I guess. And me, I was like, well, maybe if the price went down, sure. But of course, at that time, I didn't have
You see the big picture.
Yeah, I didn't have, and also didn't have the investors, thought process. I was like, man, I got this money in my account, man. I'm straight. I'm cool. Now we fast forward to 2020. That thing, $23,000 right now for one coin.
Yep.
Just imagine. Had we known about this in 2010, this was when we were graduating high school. Like I said, it was at pennies at the time. If we had bought 1,000 of it, whatever, that probably would have been $100, maybe, for 1,000 coins. Now you have 1,000 times 23,000.
Yeah.
We alright.
I mean, but you know that can be said about a lot of things too.
Yeah.
Because like, let's just say we rewind and go back to 2010.
Yeah.
There's a lot of stuff. Had we knew what we knew now and invested in it, pockets be fat right now.
Oh yeah.
You know, but you know we didn't have the know-how and things of that nature at that time.
Yeah.
And I will say this about schooling: it's like they teach you so much, but they don't teach you the things that you really need to know.
Yeah.
About, you know, what's my 401k? You know, what is it balancing a check? But like just different things like that. Cause I'll never forget. Like I think I was in elementary school and they had gave us, you know, fake checks to start writing on.
Oh,
and
nice.
And so a lot of people I knew didn't have that. So I was like, yo, this is great. You know, as a kid, I'm thinking like, okay, this is fun. I'm putting my name on it, blah, blah, blah. Didn't think too much, you know, nothing much about it. But that's a skill that's needed. Like as far as finances and stuff like that, in order for people to be successful, that's something they really need to know. Because then later on in life, when you find out about it, then it's too late. And it's like, dang, I didn't know.
Yeah.
You know.
I don't recall having that in elementary school, to be honest with you.
Like I said, I wish I could find them now, but you know, they ain't like they look like real checks, but they were enough for you to, hey, put your name in cursive, put the amount here, write it out, all that stuff, you know. Now, granted, I probably haven't written a check since I started my bank account, to be honest. Probably written one or two checks, and that's been it. But now, you know, you use your card for everything now. You know, like I even told my grandmother the other day, I said, I can pay all my bills on my phone. I said, there's no bill I have to go to the store for or anything like that to pay for. You know, now granted, like when I first started working, man, I used to have to run a Western Union just to cash a check, bro. Like, it was crazy. Until I got wise about the direct deposit, I was like, so you just send it there and I can get the money and I ain't got to pay nothing?
And no fees?
What?
Oh.
Man, talking about learning experience and a half, boy. I was going to Western Union or Walmart just to cash a check.
Damn.
You know, and then like, you know, as a kid, man, you want all your money. I don't care if it's $2, $3. I want all that. You know, I used to cringe like I have a $200 check. Yeah, I gotta go take this to go get cashed out. Lose that little $3. Now I'm at $197. Man, damn. Yeah, I will say kids now, boy, they good to go because they got so many different avenues they can use for cash. Like even Cash App. Cash App is now technically a bank. So if you have money that you're getting, you want to deposit it to your account, deposit right to Cash App.
Yeah, it has a router and the account number.
Yeah, router number and account. Yeah. So, you know, it's technology, man. It's not only has money grown, but technology has grown as well. So, you know, whatever, you know, was hard for you then, it's simple now.
Oh, yeah.
You know, like my granddad, you know, my granddad's probably about 74. And he still goes to places to go pay in cash and stuff. I'm like, but granddad, you can use your card to do this, that, and third. I don't do that. I just do the way I know and all that stuff. I'm like, okay.
My granddad's
same way?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
The old way.
Yeah, but, you know, like we say, it doesn't really help. I mean, it still has its place, but it's, you know, it's just one of those things where we gotta move with the flow.
Yeah.
You know, or you'll get left behind. Yeah. Essentially. You know, if I, you know, just kind of talk about your point and kind of piggyback on my point, you know, with every, you know, like I said, your granddad still, you know, pays things in cash. We're not too far into the future of everything being digitalized. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, well, hell, we're here now.
Yeah, we are.
You know, we're here now. You know, what's gonna happen? I mean, shoot, and y'all seen it with the coin shortage and everything. I mean, that's just a glimpse of what, you know, what we have to look forward to. Right. Don't mean to get into, you know, heavy into the future because I know we're kind of veering off, but, you know, it just kind of ties back into, you know, so what are we going to do as far as, you know, our creative thinking and, you know, just coming in together, not even, well, you know, if we were to make a plan and things like that, but it's just as far as, you know, holding the family unit down. You being, the head of the household and things like that, what plans do we implement to, to have money coming in from different directions? Because, I kind of have mixed feelings on this, but, as of lately, or even a couple years back, this generation has kind of been the the half-seas. That the half-seas generation, as far as oh yeah, if we play, if I pay half of this, she does half of that. If I do half of this, yeah, the half-seas.
Okay, gotcha.
She pays half of this, I pay half of that. Which honestly, I don't have a problem if it works for y'all. I mean, honestly, if it works, cool. I wouldn't be the one to turn down a good idea too, especially if financially it doesn't put me in a hole. Because there's gonna be times where I'm gonna need some help. Well, I'm gonna need help, and I'm like, hey, babe, hey, I'm gonna need you to go half on this one. I'll get you on the back end, next week or whatever.
Yeah.
Now, like I said, I'm not for it or against it, to be honest with you, because I believe that situation has its place.
It's just depending on the relationship.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah.
But I just with that I see a whole lot of flack too. As far as where a lot of people, especially a lot of women, and a lot of just bitter men, I guess. Where they say, nah, man, the man's supposed to, he a man, right? He a man, right? He's supposed to be providing, and it's like, yeah, that's cool. But did you see how much them bag of chips cost? You kidding me? It's like, I don't knock anybody because their financial situation. You don't know what they're going through financially, so it's not up to you to judge how things should be paid. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
If like I said, I'm not for it nor against it. Because I believe it has its role of when it's applicable. But yeah, I just see a whole lot of flack, and I guess it doesn't really give us a positive image, especially if we're aspiring to be, the providers and the protectors. We're the financial stability that our significant other looks for. And it's all that negativity that you just hear or see. It kind of messes up the mind for the significant other, because now they're thinking, well, yeah, you should, or they're used to seeing, their dad, all the, paying the whole bills, which is nothing wrong with that either, but that's what they're, that's what they've experienced, that's what they know. It's kind of tough with these 2020 prices. It's very tough with these 2020 price tags right now, and it's like, listen, especially, just with me, I'm like, hey, listen, I got, sure, okay, you just gotta give me some time though. Hey, you just gotta give me, if I ain't got it, I ain't got it. If I need your help, hey, I need your help, because one thing, as prideful as I am, I'm gonna ask. Like, I'm gonna ask for help if I'm ever in a situation where I'm just like what Martin says, I ain't got no ends, Gina. I'm ass out. Like, I'm going through something right now.
Oh man.
Like, if I'm ever in that position, yeah, of course, I'm gonna ask for help. Yeah, but if I can help it, if I can help it, nah, I got this.
So, babe, for me, man, I'm gonna kind of bring it to a lighter mood, and I want to talk
down
about.
in the dark?
Nah, you didn't.
Oh, okay, all right.
I'm just thinking about something funny.
Okay.
So, like, let's just say, for instance, man, just say if you talking to a female for the first time, of course y'all go through the process or whatever, then y'all finally decide to go on a date.
Mm-hmm.
So as a man, or at least how I was taught was, make sure you have more than enough. Don't be coming out there and you got $50 and the bill come up 100 and you sitting there look like, whoa.
Yeah.
But I bring that up, just say, just as far as about being conscious about what you're spending, because when I used to date and everything, I mean, I'm still dating my wife now. You never stop dating. So that's one thing, you never stop dating. But earlier, when I was dating and everything or whatever, you just had to have that mind state like, hey, I'm gonna have extra than whatever we got. I'm gonna have in my mind where we're about to go to eat at. Okay, cool. We spend such and such amount. I'm gonna double that. So I got enough for the tip, got enough for the bill, got enough for maybe even dessert after. You try to keep your mind open for stuff like that. But I bring that up just to say, like, finances are always a part of life. Finances are not going nowhere.
Yeah.
Finances gonna keep steady knocking at your door whether you gonna answer or not. So it's just funny to me, man. And go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, go ahead, man.
I say, believe it or not, as much as people don't want to admit it, finances, and we talked about this before too, in previous episodes, that finances can make or break a relationship, to some capacity.
True.
So like, just piggyback on what you say, we have to be, very careful of what we use our foot soldiers for, and how we use it, because like I said, we steadily go to work for it, but it doesn't return the same favor. It's especially if you're really trying to have this family unit stick together. It's definitely important to talk with your significant other about, okay, how are your spending habits? I'll tell you mine, you tell me yours, things like that, and somehow we'll meet in the middle to how we'll be able to complement each other when it comes to spending.
So how do you mean as far as that aspect? Like, what does she go out and do? Like, does she go shopping a lot, or no? Like, what do you mean?
Oh, well, yeah, because I mean, shopping is the enemy. In some aspect, shopping can be the enemy, especially if you're just frivolously shopping.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying this is that all women do it, because guys do it too. We got our vices that we like to buy, in abundance amounts of, So that's why I say, I'll tell you my spending habits, you tell me yours, somehow we just gotta work through it. We'll meet in the middle and work with how we can better improve our spending habits, because if we're gonna build this life together, we're gonna live with each other, or if we're gonna over the possibility of a family, we have to consider all things, because at that point it becomes bigger than us. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. We're just not two separate people with money now. Mm-hmm. It all has to collectively gel, with how we're gonna live, our lives, going through this, just going through this whole financial warfare, and spending tactics and things like that. So it's just one of those things where, just like I said, we just have to be upfront, come together, as one, and figure out what we can do to complement each other when it comes to things like that. Whether you guys happen to be the halvesies, couple, or I'll take 80%, you take 20%, or whichever it goes. But yeah, like I said, I think it just all especially in relationships, finances plays a very important role. When it just comes to two people living together and things like that. So.
Because, going back to what you said, man, I just really think, I feel like even if before you even get to that point, you should already know, what your significant other spending habits is like. If you know previously before y'all got together, either before y'all started living together or before y'all got married, dang, bro, she hit the mall a lot. Like, you know, like you gotta know certain things even before that time, so that way when you get into it, you just like, dang, you going out shopping again and blah blah blah.
Yeah.
You know, but you know, I do feel like, you know, once you come together, y'all come to understand like what it is we're gonna be spending on and blah blah blah. Because you have some relationships, like you said, 80-20. You can have it where the man's paying most of the meal and she's paying the tip, or whatever have you. And vice versa, like, you know, let's just say, for instance, both of them had the same amount of income coming in, but he pays more of everything, so therefore she got her money where she can do what she want to do as far as shopping or whatever have you, get stuff that she want to do. So, like you said, do all, you know, all just tie back into, you know, how y'all spend, what y'all spending habits, or how y'all like, either y'all going half and half, either y'all going 80-20, 60-40, whatever have you. But I feel like before you even get that deep in there, you should already know, because to be honest, I don't think I would have even considered being in a relationship with a woman that just spent like that. Like, you know, like every day, like, damn, like you spent $300 every day, like, isn't that serious? You know, just, I mean, just things like that or whatever, like, cause you know, like I said, it can be detrimental, man. Like, especially for you, maybe not knowing or maybe not noticing. You know, so yeah, it definitely plays a big part, because you might just be like, hey, we got this bill due, but you just spent a bag on such and such. Like, what we about to do? You know, but me personally, I don't think I'd ever compromise myself like that. If I see it beforehand and I see you going off on certain things, I'm like, this ain't gonna work. You know, I don't want to feel like Terry Crews, you know, on Everybody Hate Chris, but
Julius.
God dang, like you gotta stop that itch in your pocket, man. You know what I mean?
But I think that will be up to us to set those boundaries. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. As far as you know, because you know we'll tolerate whatever, you know, what we decide to put up with and things like that. You know, but I think that at that point we have to set those boundaries of you know if the money going out versus the money coming in. Yeah. You know it's very important, very important, man. And you know, like I said, if we're gonna be the providers, you know, of the family unit, you know, it's up to us to, you know, step up and, you know, say, okay, this is the program that I want to happen, you know, when it comes to money and things like that, and pretty much go from there. You know, if they could get with it, cool. If not, then it's just one of those things where, okay, now we just gotta make a decision on if we're gonna keep going with this thing or not. Right. You know, so because, and I find it interesting, you know, especially with a lot of men, you know, our pride just comes with, you know, with what we can bring in, you know, because you know how people say, well, what do you bring to the table, or you know, things like that. You know, of course, you know, especially if we've been you know working on ourselves and self-improving, you know, okay, I bring this. You know, I used to work at such and such job. Now I done bumped up to a higher position, so that means more money. I have XYZ businesses on the side. Mm-hmm. You know, that's bringing in good money too. You know, because you're giving the other party a sense of security now, and things like that. But you know, I don't know if it's just from society, or that's just how naturally men just feel a sense of accomplishment for being, representing a provider and, you know, financial stability. Because I think, you know, for what I've experienced and for what I've seen, you know, that's what a lot of women look for, you know. Yeah, you know, they want to feel secure, you know, and safe, especially when it comes to finances, because, you know, Nas says you can have all the chips, be poor or rich, but don't nobody want a brother having shit. Peace and Nas. You know, and it's like, you know, but it's true, because I mean, you know, and even if the roles were reversed, you know, we don't want to come into nothing. You know, I mean, essentially, we don't want to come into nothing.
You talking about as far as the male comes to a relationship and her not having anything?
Yeah, and like I said, it works both ways.
But you have some guys that are out there, you know, they looking for you to be dependent on them, and that just comes, you know, and that's these past couple of weeks. Most of our topics have kind of been centered around, you know, toxic masculinity or whatever.
Okay.
So as a man, you know, of course you're gonna want to feel dominant. Of course you're gonna want to be a breadwinner. Of course you know you want to pump your chest up and like, yeah, this is me. I'm doing this. Blah blah blah.
Yeah.
And you know, it's just funny, man, because of how we grew up. That's how we were taught.
Yeah.
And not to say our mindset has changed completely, but we looking at reality like,
yeah,
I can't do this on my own all the time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I can force it. I can try it, but I'm gonna end up being miserable doing it. You know.
Understandable.
But yeah, man, it's definitely a power shift, man. And like I said, we say shout out to all the boss women out there, man, because women are more, to be honest, women are a lot more business driven than some men are. Like even my wife, man, she has a strong business mentality. Like, you know, when I was out doing, you know, my little businesses and whatnot, she was always there, you know, giving me advice and stuff she knew and things of that nature. And I took that to heart. I was like, man, you actually know what you're talking about. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you know, I used to always say, I'm like, if we end up, you know, building up a business, you probably gonna be running it. 'Cause she just know more than me, man. Like, you know, it's funny because we talk about, you know, us, you know, as far as men and being dominant and, you know, wanting to have that role of the breadwinner and all that. That's fine. That's well and good. Mm-hmm. Sometimes you gotta give up a little power. Sometimes you might not want to. Yeah. You might fight tooth and nail before you let it go. But sometimes you gotta kind of let go and let her.
Let go and let her. Oh my
let
goodness.
go and let her.
Wow. That was smooth.
Man, yeah, man.
That was smooth. But no, in all seriousness, you know, I do agree with that too. Mm-hmm. You know, because of course it's naturally just, you know, we're frontlining. You know what I'm saying? We're you know, we're dominant. You know, yeah. As of late, you know, it's definitely been a switch. Just kind of going back, you know, we're naturally, you know, driven to be the provider and, you know, the dominant, you know, not to get too religious or anything, but, you know, the Bible says that, you know, be fruitful, multiply, and hold dominion, you know, things like that. But I do feel as though, you know, it's a sense of duality, you know, when it comes to that, especially in this day and age, you know. But it just kind of brings it back to, like I said, you know, now, especially now in these times, you gotta be more creative, you know, like side businesses, side hustles, YouTube, you know, you know, just things like that. But I mean, it's still, in my, you know, a lot of people kind of still see it as a doom and gloom, man. But I mean, this is a wonderful time to be alive, in my opinion. Especially just in this day and age, you know, there's a whole bunch of information that's exposed, you know, and you know, it's almost like where the excuses are very narrow, you know, they're very minuscule now because we have the internet, you know, you can easily make money on the internet now. Smartphones, tablets, laptops, LinkedIn, Facebook, TikTok.
Yeah, I just tapped into TikTok.
No.
I'm doing it for the show. I'm trying to get into TikTok for the show.
Okay.
Yeah, it's something I'm working on, and yeah.
Got you.
So, but like you said, we in the world of technology. You gotta learn to adapt.
Yeah, that's right. You know, other apps like that, and you know, even OnlyFans. But you know, that's hey, if they making their money doing that, you know, I can't knock the hustle.
Hey, I'm telling y'all right now. If I was still single, I'd have had a face right now. My shit would have been caramel delight, my nigga.
Sir. Sir.
Yo, I'm just saying. I'm a hustler. And then, if If it's money to be had and it's there, I can do it in the comfort of my home. It's over with. And people get the misconception that OnlyFans is just for sexual stuff. Not
that
really.
Is true, yeah.
That is not. It's not the only thing OnlyFans is for.
That is true.
We getting off topic. It's just.
That is true.
Just saying.
I will admit that there are a lot of people that have the OnlyFans, but for other business ventures. Mm-hmm. So hey, okay.
Yep.
I will agree with you on that one.
Yep.
But we know what's really going on. The layers. We know what they. Yeah, we know what they really doing out there though. Like.
Oh man! Shout out to my boy Rhetoric, man. He be out there making these OnlyFans. What I forgot what he called it, man. It's like OnlyFans. Man, I can't get the word out.
Rhetoric. That's his name.
Yeah, I'll tell you who it is.
Okay.
You know who it is.
Oh.
But yeah, he be making these, scales as far as, what is it, rank as or whatever from 1 to 10 or blah, blah. We'll probably cut this out, but it's funny to me, man, because the segment is funny to me. He like, yeah, so this girl, she wasn't really giving me nothing. I didn't really see what the purpose was for this video. But I digress.
Yeah, cut that out, fam.
I digress. It's funny though. Oh man, you know what? I got some stuff to say at the end of this.
Okay.
Go ahead, man. Oh man.
Yeah, but like I said, just now in this day and age with the internet and things like that, it's almost impossible to not make money. Mm-hmm. Bringing in money from different directions and things like that because not information is out there. If not, you can find something. Excuse me, like there's this dope website and app. I think you've heard of it before. Skillshare.
Sounds familiar.
Skillshare, but essentially, Skillshare is pretty much a website. Or it's a web domain / website, but it's pretty much where if you want to perfect it, if there's a particular skill that you love doing and you want to perfect it, there's Skillshare provides classes and courses and things like that for affordable prices versus going to a school or whatever and learning a particular skill or even a trade. Like for example. And matter of fact, Ludacris did a commercial where he's doing photography. Mm-hmm. Not just any photography, but food photography. Mm-hmm. For all my foodies out there, Skillshare provides courses and things like that to get the right angles and shading and the flash, things like what type of equipment to use. And things like that, but it doesn't just cater to photography. Like I said, any skill that you like doing, graphic design, drawing, voice acting.
So it's essentially people that know how to do what you're trying to do that's helping you to do it. If that makes sense.
Yeah. Exactly.
That's
exactly.
actually pretty smart.
Mm-hmm.
So versus going out paying some high priced person
Facts.
to learn what you're trying to learn. Learn from somebody that already know how to. Okay.
Yes.
I'm gonna look that up.
Yeah, but see, like I said, the information is out there. Like you said at the beginning, sometimes we're just ignorant to the information. Either we just don't know it or we don't know how to look for it. It's it's one thing to be ignorant, but it's another thing to know the information and not apply it. They say knowledge is power, but really it's applied knowledge is power. Because what good what good is to have all the knowledge and you don't use it?
Man, it's nothing but a tool. It's how you use it. You can have a tool but not know how to use it. Unless you use it the right way, you're never going to accomplish what you're trying to accomplish.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so.
Yeah. Exactly.
I get it.
Yeah, so I mean, it's it's out there. All my men out there, it's out there. Especially if that's your goal to be the provider for your household, for your family unit, it's out there. You just gotta want it. You gotta want it. You gotta want to do those things. Like I said, and this isn't a sponsored video by Skillshare or anything like that, but I'm just throwing the name out there, you know, because there are other avenues to go.
If you want to sponsor us.
But if you do want to sponsor us, though, we're not gonna say no. But you know, there are other avenues that are out there, or just as simple as, you know, finding people that, you know, and it's always good to find people that knows more than you.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's always good to have people that knows more, you know, whether it's, you know, just information that they know, or simply as being on this planet longer than you. You know, because they have, you know, now they got experience, you know, as their credentials.
But you know the funny thing about that, and I've always stressed to people, it's not about the age of a person that can give you knowledge. It's just about what someone else knows more than you.
Yeah.
It can be somebody 10 years, 15 years younger than me. You know, I could know all that I know, but there's a piece of equipment they know more about than I do because they grew up with it or they know about it.
Yeah.
And they can teach me, and I'm like, oh, I didn't know this knowledge. Now I know.
Yeah.
You know, because I mean, I look at my grandparents, so I am the designated IT guy on my mom's side of the family. For anything tech-wise, I'm the certified IT guy.
There you go.
So, you know, it'll be little stuff like VCRs and DVD players. Granted, my grandparents knew how to work a VCR. That wasn't hard.
Yeah.
DVD player, that was a whole new ball game for them when they started out. It was like, yo, what is this? And I was like, what you mean?
This
all you gotta do is put this in and hit play. Wait, you mean I ain't gotta rewind it no more?
No.
Just take it out, put it in the box.
You can even skip scenes.
Right, but you know, and I say that to be like older, younger.
Yeah.
But I knew more about that, so therefore I pass that knowledge along.
Yeah.
Now my grandparents, they DVD players masters.
Oh man.
Man, I just put them on the streaming. Do you know how hard that was? Yo, bro. My grandma flipping through Hulu, Peacock, Tubi like nothing.
Get it.
Like nothing.
Hey.
You know, so it's just the age is not really the issue all the time. Now, granted, is it good to have somebody that has experience and knowledge, you know, older than you or something like that? Yeah, they can pass whatever they know along to you, but you can get it from both ends.
You can, but I think I would. Well, I would slide to the older generation for wisdom, but I would slide more to the younger generation for that. You know, for that. You know, that go-getter mentality. Mm-hmm. Especially like, hey, this is the new wave right now. You know, hop on this thing. Yeah, and I will hop to the older generation. You know, for wisdom. You know, once I achieve my goals and things like that, I would seek for wisdom because you know I can't have all this money and I'm not wise with my spendings or my investments and things like that. You know, and speaking back on the age thing, you know, earlier before we started shooting, you know, when I was on the phone, you know, because I remember telling you this before, but I wanted to hop back into the Forex realm, you know, so I decided to take that, you know, leap again, you know, and the person I'm in contact with, she's 20.
Yep.
20.
Yep.
To put it in context, I'm 30. You know? Yeah, youngster. You know, but she knows, you know, she would be the person that I would go to because, you know, since she's in it, and I've been in and out of it, you know, but just looking to go back into it, you know, she's 20 now, but she's been trading since she was 18.
Wow.
You know, so I was like, dang, okay.
Yeah.
So, you know, like you said, you know, age does not always mean, you know, wisdom or, you know, older age doesn't always mean wisdom. You just gotta be, you know, with somebody that just happen to know more than you,
right?
You know, and teach you some things, so then you could pass it down to your, you know, your circle, your friends, you know, the corner, or you know, or even your family, because you know, this day and age, you know, especially in this generation now, and in our generation too, you know, we here to break curses. Oh, yeah. You know, we here to break generational curses now. You know, we ain't playing no more. You know what I'm saying? Like we trying to get out of this rat race, you know. So it's always good to gain information from people that knows more than you and things like that, because you never want to be the smartest person in your little, you know, in your economy. You know what I'm saying? Um, you know, but yeah, I guess kind of hop off that rant. You know, information is out there. You know, my fellas out there. You know, that has a family, or that's just in a relationship where you assume the position of the provider. It's out there. You know, you just gotta look for it. You know, don't expect nobody to just hand stuff to you. You know, it's really like I said, the excuse bar is very low because we got smartphones, we got laptops. I mean, the smartphone is basically the laptop in your pocket, but
Yep.
we got Google, University, YouTube State. You feel what I'm saying? Bing University, if people still use Bing.
Yeah.
You know, we got hella search engines and videos, that can give you information on how to, invest your finances or pick up a new skill that can make you money
Yeah.
and things like that. And you know, it's out there.
Thanks. Man, so I think we had a decent segment, man, as far as talking about man and finances.
Oh yeah, this was good.
Yeah, man. Cause I mean, like, I just kind of shooting back to the beginning or whatever, man. Like, finances changed for me over time. It was me. Then I got married. Then I had a child. So things didn't change for the worse. They changed for the better.
Nice.
Just allow me to adapt, allow me to find different avenues, allow me to make sure everything's intact where it needs to be. And thank God for my wife, man, because I just I don't know how I would do a lot of things I do without having her there, without having her support. Hell, even without having her working as well. Because sometimes my wife takes it upon herself to catch some bills that I can't get to, and I just be like, I appreciate that.
Oh yeah.
And in a sense, you can't just be like, yeah, thank you. What I'm gonna tell you thank you for? You my partner. You my
Yeah.
oh my bad. You my rock or whatever. And it's just like and that's why I employ a lot of people to put into their mind. Stop looking at your partner as a crutch. Your partner isn't there as a crutch. Your partner is there to help you, help to guide you, help to motivate you, help to love you. Like they're definitely a good support system, but they're not support that you have to lean on.
Yeah.
Let them be able to be there to help you. Don't never feel like you can't come to your spouse or come to whoever it is in your realm or whatever. That hey, I can't be helped because at the end of the day we all need some help sometimes. We might be too embarrassed or we might be too prideful to say so or whatever. But as men, hey man, speak up. If you know you're struggling, don't just let that thing fall on deaf ears because you're so prideful and you don't want nobody to think you're weak or anything like that. Because I mean, I've had some times where I've had to lean on some people and it's just like it hurt, but something you had to do, man. But just to end this off, man. Definitely, men and finances is a big thing. Even women and finances is a big thing. And to be honest, I wouldn't mind us revisiting this, having a huge panel up, just kind of talking about it.
Yeah.
What do you work through? What is it? How did you get by? Or, what things or what businesses are you trying to work towards or build up? Because first of all, shout out to all the people I know as far as this out here making their businesses or, like us, making a channel, making a show, whatever. All our content, creators, all our business owners, all our, entrepreneurs, self-made, all of y'all. Like, shouts out to y'all for not letting what's going on now stop you from pushing forward. Because when everything hit, everybody was like, just like this pandemonium or whatever. But thank God for all y'all that stuck in there and was like, nah, I'm going to do something. I'm going to use this to my advantage. I'm not going to let this be a hurt. This is going to be a come up for me.
Oh, yeah.
So definitely
a lot of people came up, too.
Yeah, a lot of y'all, man. Like, be honest, I'm going to probably shout y'all out tomorrow, man, because it was heavy on my heart, man. Like, thank God for y'all. Thank God that y'all didn't stop. Thank God that y'all didn't quit.
Yeah.
But definitely shout out to y'all, man.
Word.
But like I said, to end this off, man, this has been The Corner. This has been episode 15. 15. this whole episode was entitled "Men and Finances."
Yeah.
And y'all stay tuned for next week. We'll be filming. It's not our season finale, but it'll be our final episode for the year. And it'll be our Christmas episode. So just get back with us. We're gonna have a chat. We're gonna have all the cast here. We're gonna have some of the female cast members come in as well. And we're just gonna rap and recap about the year and everything that happened and how we came to this point, because we've been filming this show since the beginning of September. So we've been going for a strong 4 months now.
Yep.
No, even before So we've been going about strong for three good 4 months now. So
So wait, no, never mind, because August, like late
that's what I'm saying.
August,
So
right?
good strong 3-4 months.
Yeah.
And we constantly been going, man. So all we can really say is just thank you all for the support.
Yes.
I might, joke around like, hey, there's one light here, one light there. Come on, bring the lights. But I know people out there are watching, because I hear things about it all the time. Oh, I love watching your show, and this, that, and third, or whatever. Thank God for y'all, man. Because
absolutely.
to be honest, it's not easy doing this, but to know that people are out there watching you and know people are out there supporting you, it means a lot.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So
absolutely.
we thank y'all for coming tonight. We hope y'all doing everything y'all can to, strive forward and push forward and not being held back by yourself or your past.
Yep.
But keep on moving strong. This has been an episode of The Corner. I'm K1. This is
Mac.
This is The Corner. Peace out.
Cover your 6. Assalamu alaikum. Cut the beat, D-Rec. Cut that shit, cuz. Cut that shit quick.